IB Biology Topic 3.1 Genes.1. A gene is a heritable factor that consists of a length of DNA and influences a specific characteristic. In this video, we'll be looking at the origin of genetics and how we came to this conclusion that a gene is a heritable factor. Our first definition is genetics, the storage of genetic information in living organisms. And this is concerned with how this information is passed from parent to offspring. So concerned with how this information is passed from parent to offspring. And the word genetics comes from the word genesis, which means origin. Next, we'll be looking at some of the conclusions that we found from early experimentation. In the 19th century, it was discovered that there are factors in living organisms that influence characteristics. It was also found that factors can be passed down to the offspring. So we see the foundation for genetics already being laid out in the 19th century. These 2 points were enough for researchers to find some conclusions and to decide what direction they wanted to go forward. And so in the 20th century, there was research into inheritance and the invention of the word gene, which was used for heritable factor. The next step after some of this research was to ask this question: what is the chemical composition of genes? Because one of the best ways of knowing about something is knowing what that thing is made up of, and then knowing the properties of the smaller pieces. And so researchers have found that there was evidence that genes are made of DNA, and they also found that there were 46 DNA molecules, and that within these 46 DNA molecules there were thousands of genes. From here we have the deduction that a gene is shorter in length to a chromosome, and that every chromosome has many genes.